Hey, so it's day 17 for 30 Days of Sketches 2, and this is the beautiful sketch that we have chose to use for Hip Kit Club. I love it, and let me just tell you, I also really love this photo, by the way, you guys. This is going to be a really interesting layout for you, not just because of how cute it is and the way it turns out, but so remember how you didn't see a video from me on Sunday for day 14 because I didn't do one? I struggled with that sketch. Really struggled. Really. And I posted it on Instagram. Like I said, you guys, if you have Instagram, follow me on it if you want the sketches and everything, because I always post there. And I posted what the sketch actually was, and I explained that I struggled and I hadn't done the layout yet. So guess what happens today? This is a combination of both those layouts. Crazy, right? Just wait, it gets good. So what I'm going to do here is use this. Oh, I love this cut file. So it says happy, obviously, on a black heart. And it was a cut file from a package of goodies I got from Sarah's Scraps. My scrappy besties, they all know that I don't have a die cutting machine of any sort. And they all have sent me these amazing cut files. And so I'm trying to get them used up because I love them all and I just want to use them, but then I want to hoard them because I don't want them to be gone. And the other day, Sarah's like, you need to use these because I can cut you more, silly. So Sarah, I'm using a cut file. So I am using that along with the Little You collection, which is the boy version of the Little You collection. I bought this as soon as it came out for Jackson because it's so sweet and darling. But it's one of those things where I love it so much, I've been hoarding it because I didn't want to use it. And I have this photo that was back 2016. Yeah, it was 2016. And I love this photo of my son. We were joking around and playing, and this is right before his bedtime. And I just happened to catch the shot of him laughing. And this is how he laughs, you guys, even still today. If you get him in a good laugh, this is what he does. This face that he makes, this is the face he makes. And I love this face. He is just such a happy little boy. And this is my sweet boy when he was a toddler doing this cute face. And so I had to scrap this. I've kind of been holding off, waiting for the right way to do it, and this just happened to flow together. I loved the layers I was able to create on it as well. And then I decided, for a pop of color and fun, I was going to go ahead and use this watercolor paper that I did on Sunday when our power went out. Sunday was not my day at all. So our power went out, and it was the middle of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club scrap party. We do one every month. And I was supposed to go live with Christina, and I had no power. So I was like, well, this sucks. And so while we were waiting for our power to get back on, I did this fun watercolor in the dark. And I love it. I love the way it turns out. So maybe I should do all my watercolors in the dark. All my mixed media. I'm going to just shut the lights off and do everything in the dark now. But I liked the pop of color, and I kind of matched this collection, and I really liked it. So I was playing around on how I wanted to work with it, and I liked the idea of having the green being, okay, you're going to laugh and you're going to think I'm silly, but green being grass, blue being sky, green had to be on the bottom, that sort of thing. But I didn't like when I rotated it, I didn't like the bottom of the green that I had done. Like, I liked it, but it just was too green, and this one was a softer teal. So I cut it, and then I rotated it, and it worked just perfectly. And then this is where the magic happens. I took these two pieces of triangles that I had cut for this sketch on the 14th I was supposed to do that I couldn't make work, and I put them on this paper, and I'm like, hey, this looks really good. I really like this. And so I pulled out my sketch for day 14 and was like, yep, so this works. It totally works for day 14. It's just like perfectly. I was so excited. So now I'm going to start playing. And I was like, well, I like this. I like this happy boy because that's what he is. And then I was like, I need to do one of my classic long titles that I do. I love to do long titles. It's kind of my thing. I'm kind of known for it. There's a bunch of people that tell me they love it. So, and I needed to use up these words that I keep looking at them and I never use them. So I was going to use some of them up. I use this word moments. I cut the S off so it says moment. And I take this lucky and love that you see. The N I need because it's going to help spell out my title. But the word lucky, I end up cutting it all apart so I can spell the word you. And the title becomes, in this moment, you are a happy boy. I love it. I love it. I thought I was like just the smartest person ever when I created this, cutting apart that that word. Who would have thought that, oh yeah, just because it's together doesn't mean you cannot cut it and make it work for you. It does. It happens. You can do it. Don't be afraid to cut things. You can adjust them, and yeah, there's a couple funny lines maybe, but in the end, afterwards, when you've put this layout away and you come back to it, you don't notice those funny little things you notice while you're creating it. So the funny little notch of where I cut the U, I noticed it while I was cutting it, but after I walked away and come back, I don't even see it anymore. So I thought it was fun, and I really love the way that it turns out, and it is a nice feature to this layout because your eye goes to the title. It definitely goes to the title, and it does kind of go to it first. Let's not lie, and I've talked about this in this series that I like it when your eyes go to the photo first. But in this case, I really like this because your eye is going to this title and you're like, he's a happy boy, really? And then you look at that photo and you're like, oh my gosh, he's so happy and so cute. And I just think it works. I think it flows. I really, really love it. So I struggled a little bit about placement on where I wanted it all to go. And this is kind of what it ends up looking like. I do kind of adjust the R and all of that. But you get the point. That's what this looks like. So that took me the longest time, was figuring all that out. And then I was like, okay, now I need to bring back my original sketch for day 17 so I can do that fun little top area with using some of the patterns that I used in my layers. I can bring that up to the top, and that will be a nice resting spot for a few embellishments. I don't over embellish this layout because the title and the photo are kind of big features, so it doesn't need a lot of embellishment. But that being said, I still wanted to bring something to it. It had to have something. I like to embellish, and I've kind of gotten away from it. I've noticed I don't embellish as much as I used to. I used to be a very heavy embellisher, and I would literally go through every embellishment I had, like, because I keep them all in bowls, and I would go through my bowls and look at every layer I did, all 6 bowls that I have. I would go through them and look and see what I could pull in. And I went through embellishments pretty quickly because I did that, and I'm noticing I'm not doing that anymore. So I need to figure out why and how I can adjust my way and get back to it. So I don't know if I need to just keep a bowl on my desk of random embellishments that I keep looking at. I don't know, but I've got to figure something out because I miss that. I miss going through my embellishments and finding things that work. And so, yeah, I kind of did that a little bit today, though. I have one that is kind of my newer embellishments, and let me tell you, it's a mix of things. I do not keep my embellishments separated by the company or the packaging or anything. It's a mix. And then I use it up as much as I can, and then it gets distributed into my color-coded system that I've created for it. And so before I had done that, though, I pulled out these really fun leaves, and leaves have nothing to do with this layout, but I didn't want to use florals because, it's a boy layout. So I felt like leaves really worked. I'm learning leaves are for boys, flowers are for girls. That's how I'm probably going to do it from now on because it worked. I like it. It still gives me that soft, curvy kind of vibe I'm trying to get that you get with being able to use flowers, but they're leaves. And you can't tell me that leaves are girly because they're just leaves. So Yeah, and then you can also see I used that second heart to house the word boy. The thicker that I use is a dark navy, and on that black, even the black heart, you couldn't see it at all. But even placing it on my photo, I didn't like it. But when I placed it against that teal background of that heart, it popped off, and I really, really liked that. And it added that extra little something down there. So I was pretty excited and pleased with the way that looked. And I try to do a few different things with embellishment, but what ends up sticking is in that top corner, I keep that camera. I like that pop of that reddy pink color that kind of helped bring in from the title. So I'm going to keep that there. And I do keep the leaves, and that little tab gets tucked underneath. And then my final embellishments are just some stars. Something simple. I have kind of started, again, associating stars with my boy layout, so I've been doing that a lot. And then my final last little bit is I needed a little something down at the bottom to kind of tie it all in. And I use a little bit of my Pink Fresh Studio stuff that you'll see me pull in here. It's another camera, so I'm repeating that camera motif. And then I also use a little like half little border sticker thing that I used. You'll see that in a minute too. And that wraps up this layout. I have hidden journaling, or I will. I haven't written it yet, but I'll have that just right under the photo and just talking about how, this was a good day for him. And this was right around the time where we were struggling and he started to get into his tantrums and being a little bit more difficult. So we've just are kind of coming out of that now, him turning 4 on Friday. And so, yeah, but this particular day, it was a good day. He was very happy in that moment. So that's what my journaling is going to talk about. But I love this. So please make sure to head on over and check out Lisa's take for this sketch. I'm excited to see what she does. And let me know what you think about me combining the two sketches. I don't know. I can see both of them in it personally because I was so excited and proud of myself for doing it. It is totally a cheat, but I hope you'll accept it and take it for what it is, because otherwise you're not going to see anything day 14 related, because I just struggled with it way too much. That was a hard sketch for me. So here is a look at the first sketch. That was for today. This was the 14th. And here is a look at my final layout. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with day 18 of 30 Days of Sketches 2. Bye!